Hello, it is the face behind the channel here. Before this video starts, I would like to give an apology as well as provide an explanation as to where the videos have been. Shortly after I uploaded the channel trailer, I returned to university and then had a difficult time balancing my coursework with this passion project. However, now I'm on summer break, so I have a lot more time I could put towards these videos, and time is precisely what we will be talking about today. So I hope you find this video of some value and enjoy. See you guys next time. We say time is fair, that it ticks forward for all of us the same way, second by second, hour by hour. But that is not true, at least not in any meaningful sense. Time is not equal, and it is not objective. It is deeply, utterly personal. Let's begin with what physics tells us. Einstein shattered our assumptions when he showed us that time is not fixed, that it bends, stretches, and slows depending on where you are and how fast you are moving. This isn't a theory anymore, it's a fact. Time ticks a little differently for the astronaut orbiting the Earth than it does for the person stuck in traffic on the freeway. Two synchronized clocks, one sent into space and the other left on Earth, will no longer agree when reunited. The one in orbit will be just a bit behind. The faster you move, the slower your clock runs. This is referred to as time dilation, a mind-bending feature of the universe we live in. Time is not universal, it is local. However, you don't have to leave Earth to feel it. Long before satellites and quantum clocks, the French philosopher Henri Bergson said something radical in a very different domain. He said that there are two kinds of time. First, the time of the clock, and second, the time of consciousness. He called the latter duration, not duration as measurement, but duration as experience, the felt flow of time, the lived tempo of being. According to Bergson, clock time is something we invented to coordinate trains and factories, but has nothing to do with how we actually live our lives. You don't fall in love by the hour. You don't grieve in calendar weeks. You don't discover who you are on a stopwatch. Time inside of you is not linear, and this difference between measured time and felt time isn't just philosophical, it is transformational. Psychologists have confirmed what Bergson said. Time is elastic. It stretches when you are bored, it vanishes when you are immersed, it grinds to a halt in trauma, and it disappears in awe. For instance, have you ever sat in a waiting room for 10 minutes that felt like a punishment, and lost an entire afternoon doing something you loved, only to wonder where it all went? Well, that is not a fluke. That's your mind shaping time, creating it and folding it. There's this theory called the holiday paradox. When you're on a trip, time flies in the moment, but looking back, it feels full, expansive, and meaningful. Meanwhile, weeks of repetitive routine can feel fast as they pass, but empty in memory. And this tells us something crucial. Time expands with novelty and emotion. Time contracts with repetition and numbness. So no, time isn't just ticking by. You are not a passenger. You are the architect. Now, here's the part we don't often say out loud. Time is emotional, it is loaded with feeling, and that feeling depends on how you live. Children feel summer stretch into forever because they are encountering the world fresh, wide-eyed, in full color. Meanwhile, adults feel years disappear because they live within routines. We measure life in years, but we remember it in moments. Moments of intensity, moments that left a mark, moments that woke us up. If your days seem to blur together, that's not just forgetfulness. That's your internal clock telling you you are not present. You're skating on the surface of time instead of diving into its depths. This is why meaning changes your experience of time. When you're aligned with your purpose or caught in a moment of deep connection, time loses its grip. You forget the hour. You enter what psychologists refer to as flow. When you're lost, when you're detached, when the things you do feel meaningless, time becomes an enemy, and it mocks you, and it drags, and it wastes. So, if time is relative, physically, psychologically, and emotionally, then maybe the most important question isn't how much time do I have, but rather, what kind of time am I living in? What is the quality of your time? What does it feel like? Is it hollow? Is it full? Is it blurred or sharp? Does it haunt you? Or does it hold you? Death isn't the only threat. There's another, quieter danger. to live out your life on autopilot, to fill your days with motion but not presence, to arrive at the end realizing that you are never really here. We often think of time as something outside of us, but maybe it's better to think of it like a breath. It's not something that you watch, but something you inhabit. You don't just have time, you are time, unfolding moment by moment. What do we do with this information? We can't slow time, we can't freeze it, but we can shape the time we live by choosing how we attend to it. We can create depth by paying attention. We can create expansion by doing new things. We can create meaning by fully being here and not waiting for life to start later. The clock might keep ticking, but within you, another time is unfolding. A time composed of stories, sensations, relationships, and choices. And that time is yours to make beautiful. You don't just live in time. Time lives in you.